Hello and good evening, and welcome. Come on in, guys. Come on in. It's me and Kia. We're here. We're waiting for Miss Tiffany to join us. We are live tonight. God's girls are sharing the blueprint. Well, we're not going to share all of the blueprint, are we, Kia?
We just want to give y'all little snippets. Wet your
Bite-sized
whistle, as
pieces.
people say.
We're going to give you some little bite-sized pieces because we don't want to give it
Yeah.
all away tonight. Not that we're trying to gatekeep, but we just want to make sure that you understand what it's going to be about on July 26th. There's going to be an amazing time to be shared. And we want you to have an idea about what to expect. So talk to us in the chat. We're hoping this is our first time going live with this StreamYard. We're hoping that you're in there. But how we know is if you say something in the comments. When you join, please say something to us in the comments. If you're on, if you can share, please share it. We're going live here, and we want to make sure that we are getting live on Facebook and YouTube. So we're going to start with introductions. As you may know, my name is Rebecca Talton, and I am also known as Coach Beck. I am the CEO of Revive Life Coaching Consultants, and I get the amazing opportunity to help women to move from stuck and into purpose in their lives, be it professionally, personally, or relationally. And I like to let my sister go ahead and introduce herself to you tonight.
Good evening, all. I am Kia Blaine. I am a hairstylist and a brand consulting, and I like to help women, business owners, brand their businesses, create that online presence you need, and also connecting it with you personally so that you're always on brand.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. So we are a group of 4 ladies. One of our sisters is not able to be here tonight. She had an emergency she had to deal with, but Tiffany will be joining us soon. But we wanted to come on live tonight just to talk to you about this event that's coming up July 26th. We need you to save the date. It is Access Granted, God's Girls Sharing the Blueprint. And you may say, what does that have to do with me? Because some of you are not maybe looking to do business. You haven't started a business. You're not concerned about business. But we are going to be sharing information about business for sure. That's what Revive Life Coach has done. This is the 3rd year running where we bring on speakers that share with you what you need to be successful in business, whether you've started a business, you're thinking about a business, you've been haphazard in business. Let me raise my hand because there's some things I found out on Saturday that I'm not doing efficiently. Tiffany got us snatched all the way together.
Got us together.
She got us all the way together. We want to do business and we want to do it well. So I will start with this. I would say that Access Granted is so much more than just us talking about business. What we will be sharing is how access is granted to a reliable, authentic community of women who are like-minded, who want to be better. They just want to be in a position where they are growing and going and doing their best in who they are. And sometimes it's not just enough for you to be self-sufficient. It helps when you have other women around you who feed into you, who pour into you, and you can pour into them. And so that's one of the things that you can expect on July 26th, is that it's a building of communities, women coming together in a safe space where they can be their authentic selves and love on each other. I see Tiffany has joined us, so I'm going to bring her in and bring her onto the stage. Good evening, Tiffany. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
So we are here. We were just sharing that we are here to give them little snippets. We're not going to give it all. We're just going to give them a little bit. So if you could introduce yourself to them and tell them what it is that you do, Miss Tiffany. We already told how you got us snatched all the way together on Saturday. We told them about the snatch.
I didn't do too much snatching, did I?
I was snatched. I felt snatched.
Look.
Just a little bit.
Mhm.
But hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in, live and replay viewers. I am Tiffany Marshall of the Sister Suite, where we believe in smarter systems, stronger marketing, and bigger results. And we are the one-stop shop to help you not be the secretary in your business by implementing systems and automation.
Love that. And I mean, she made it sound so like big and professional, and it is big and professional. But what it also is the way I received the information is that you getting what you need so that you're not haphazardly going through your business and that you are not manually touching everything. Your hands do not have to touch everything for you to reach your people and your clients and your potential clients. If I had to summarize it, that would be how I would put it in a nice little package.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
perfect.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to be the one touching it and putting my hands on it. I want for there to be this well-oiled machine. So let's just go around and just talk about it. One of the things that I was sharing, Tiffany, as you were coming on, is that we know that there's some people who have concerns. They're like, okay, you're having this business conference and I don't have a business. I'm not thinking about a business and I don't want to do business. Why would I come? So I want each one of us to tell them one reason why they should come, even if they're not thinking about business. So I would say one reason you want to come is because the spaces that Revive Life Coach has been able to provide are places where you can get what you need to go and grow in whatever area you need growth in. It is a safe space. It is a fun place. We laugh, we cry. And the most important thing is that we have a very special guest that always shows up. Do you ladies have any idea who that might be?
Holy Spirit.
The Holy Ghost shows up
Mhm.
in the room and he is welcome and he knows he's welcome. And so I find that we are in this time or this season where women being the nucleus of most places you go, organizations, in the church, in the job, it's mostly women. And we have struggled with trying to find a way to healthily connect. Right? We don't trust.
You said a lot right there. You
Ye-
said a
we
lot
don't-
right there.
Okay,
You said a lot right
Healthy
there.
that's a whole
connection.
job.
Healthfully connect. Yes.
We don't find a way to do it. So what we do is we exist with each other, but we're not connected to each other. And one of the things that I hope that we reveal on that day is that we don't have to gatekeep. You don't have to hold down what it is that you know. You can freely give it
Yeah.
in the right environment.
Mhm. Mhm.
And this is what we're looking to do, is create environments or communities where you can freely give who you are and you will be freely accepted for who you are. That would be my one thing. All right, who would like to go next?
Mhm. I guess I'll go.
All right.
And I just want to say that I've been to a Revive event, and it was almost as if I couldn't wait till the next one. And as I'm going to speak as a Black woman, because I'm a Black woman, I have found it throughout my life sometimes hard to be authentic in spaces where there's other women. Like, you feel judged, you know. And I will say that a Revive event, none of that is here. None of that is going to be there. Access is granted to all. You will take away something. And I kind of want to combat you on that. A lot of people, somebody not having everybody got a business idea.
They do.
Everyone has something they wanted to do, they thought about doing, they wanted to push. Maybe this is that little push you need to go ahead and step out on faith.
Right.
Because it's been there and you've been thinking about it.
Right.
But you've been a lot of us, like you said, we're the nucleus of a lot of things, and we've been giving ourselves so much to everybody else's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Ooh,
time to tap into your
I felt
own
that one.
and take some time out for yourself. And this is a great place to
This
start.
is a great place to
This
start.
is a great place to
This
start.
is a great place to start. Thank you for that. That's amazing. A lot of nuggets in that. Tiffany.
Kia said it's all about starting. And can I be honest? We go a lot of places that we shouldn't be or that we didn't intend to go.
Come on now.
Let me talk about myself. As many times as I went to the mall and I didn't need to go there, but I just happened to pull up. Right? And so even if you're not thinking about starting a business, let me also say organization, because as a nonprofit founder, you need to be in the building too. But let's just say that's none of that's on your mind. We already said be in a healthy space. So, why not come, right? You know someone who has a business. You probably have, purchased from small business owners. Tell them to get there. But it's all about positioning as well. There's so much going on in the world. There's so much shifting going on in the world. And this is a time to really set your footing and get grounded. And I think that you don't grow unless you're planted. You're not planted unless you're grounded.
Wow.
So it's about getting your feet in the right place. Spiritually, physically, you got to position yourself. And there's only so much that you're going to get from this live stream.
Right.
I had a colleague that would say 80% of success is showing up.
Oh, I like that one. I like
it's
that
not
one.
About doing, being, and knowing, but it's about being there.
Being there, showing up in the room. For how long have we talked about, in business, in the workplace, about I want a seat at the table, right? And here we are leading with access granted. I think in all of our video shorts, we talked about access has already been granted. All you got to do is walk through the door. So your presence is needed. You cannot get what you need if you don't show up.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that I'm challenging a lot of women with is that you don't show up for you. You will do it for everybody else. You're pushing them and telling them, oh, you need to do this and you need to do this. What about you?
Yeah.
What about showing up for you? You
Mm-hmm.
show up for you. I like the fact that you both are leading to that there's this something that you got. God gave all of us gifts. He said you at least got one. Why not make that manifest into something that's resourceful for you? That not only is resourceful for you, but that can create legacy for those people coming behind you. What about if you're the one? You're the first one in your family to be a millionaire. And you set a trend for others behind you to know that it can be done because they see it done in you. What if you're the one?
Right.
But you'll never know that if you don't show up.
And I would say
never
this
know.
too. A lot of business lessons I've learned help me in life and at my 9 to 5. And so there are some people who work full time and they're not figuring out how they can start their business, or they're probably thinking, I don't know how to do both. But a lot of the skills that I had to learn for a business helped my 9 to 5 be a little better.
Love that.
I wasn't going to work every day stressing, I was okay. I'm becoming better with this 9 to 5. And then I had more leeway, I was a little more comfortable with the business side as well. So it helps where you are, meets you where you are, and in the transition.
I like that.
I also feel like it gives you an understanding. Like, even like we said, if you just work a 9 to 5, a lot of us get in and upset when the businesses change and doing things. But when you understand how businesses operate, a lot of that is less stressful for you, and you know how to.
You broke up a little bit, so whatever you say, I want you to say it again. Kia.
I don't know if it was me.
I can hear you now, but you're a little bit frozen, so say it again.
Okay. Now what was I saying? No, I said a lot of times coming to these, it's professional development and personal development, and when you understand how businesses operate and what it takes and why some things change, sometimes your 9 to 5 won't be as frustrating because you understand operations.
Correct.
You understand what it takes. You have a better appreciation for what's going on.
Also, what about being in the room might connect you to your one.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say, I can say sincerely and authentically that I believe in divine connections.
Mm-hmm.
God has allowed me to experience a few over my lifetime, and I love that He does that. So I'm going to use you two ladies. You're all right with that?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. So, Kia, I met at a book. This thing is funny to the both of us, because it shows how we interact as women. So I was invited. I have a book. It's kind of a self-help book to move from stuck to purpose. My first time going out, the Black Business Expo in Boynton, and she comes to the table with some other ladies, and she's skeptical. Kia's not an easy win. I need y'all to know out here. Kia said, I read books all the time. And really and honestly and truly, I need somebody to push me. I don't have, I read a lot of books. I just don't apply it. I know what to do. I just don't do it. Right. And I love that when I said, well, we can have a consultation. We talk about it. Let's do it. And you can tell me she does her research. She's a researcher. And I know that's you too, Tiffany. I know you like to research stuff because she told me you went on my Facebook and saw that I had my bracelet. So I wore it tonight just for you.
Okay. That is the same bracelet.
Yeah. I remember what you said. She's gonna check me. So Kia also quality checked me. And Kia was, what I love about her was she was very clear and transparent. She said, I'm just going to let you know. After we had our first session, she said, I had checked out your little To Be Honest Tuesday. And I said, she is too full of the Holy Ghost to get me all the way together. She too she loved, I love God too, but I feel like she's going to be too soft and she not going to be able to get her. But after that first meeting, that she found out I got a little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of push.
Just what I needed. Just what I needed.
We're gonna grab it and snatch it, just like you did to us on Tiffany on Saturday. You snatched us with kindness, but it was a snatch nevertheless. So we get together. Fast forward, we're rocking and we rolling, and we have already passed the event. I do an event every year. We had already passed the event, and she's like, "What do you have coming up?" And I said, "We have a retreat. Do you still have space?" I said, "I suppose." Why did Tiffany roll up to the house, had her husband drop her off at the house? She don't know nobody in the house but me. Had him drop her off out in the acreage out here in the woods where I live. And gave him the do sign and came on in the house. And we've been rolling ever since.
Yes, we have.
And so I just believe in divine connection. She had to feel real comfortable in this space with me to say, you know what, I'm going to take a leap. And I'm going to come and stay in a house with women for 3 days in the middle of nowhere.
And it was life-changing. It was life-changing. When I say the Holy Ghost came in there and ran through the building like wasn't nobody business.
Caught me unaware.
I was supposed to be there. I was right where I was supposed to be.
She was where she was supposed to be and never lost a beat. So I believe in divine connection. So I'm swinging back to you, Tiffany. Don't worry about it. I'm coming for you. And I also would like to tell you all on the Facebook, those who are joining, this is not an alcoholic beverage. Okay, it's pink because I was trying to be color coordinated. It's a sparkling water. I don't want y'all to say we talk about Jesus and drinking wine, although there's nothing wrong with drinking wine, but it's not. So Tiffany, I met you were at the thing in Boynton. Weren't you?
Yes.
Yes, that's where I first saw you.
Oh, yeah.
It was either that one or another one I did, and I met you there. There was another one that was in Boynton too.
Twice, yes. Same venue, different events.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I heard in circles, she was in the same circle. She used to be in the organization, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, South Palm Beach County chapter. She was ahead of me, so I wasn't in it with her. So now we fast forward, and you all wind up teaching this economic empowerment, showed all the way out at this economic empowerment. Y'all showed out. Okay. I was taking mad notes. I'm a note taker, so I'm like, this is crazy. And then Kia says, girl, it looked like there was fire coming from your head. You was like looking, going, this is like good food.
Wheels was turning.
The wheels was spinning. And Shakendra Murray, God bless her, who's on a cruise right now. Get it, girl, get it. She said, Beck, I think Tiffany is the person you need to reach out to. I was like, do you think so? She goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure she would be a good fit for what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
That economic empowerment was the confirmation.
I didn't
It
know
closed the deal. And I
Mhm.
said, I don't even know how she's going to respond to this, but she's the one. And you know what I do? I don't know if you ladies do this. I never prepare for a plan B.
I've learned that.
Is
Mm.
this
Focus
nothing,
on
God?
A.
I ain't gonna lie. I need to work on that.
Yeah. I gang it. God, if this is it, I don't know how you're going to work it out, but this is it, right? Because I don't have a plan B, Jesus. So, and then he pulls it in. And when I heard you start speaking, I said, oh God, that is the missing piece. That's the closure of
Yes.
what we're trying to do. That there's no, it couldn't be more perfect. That's it. All we need is her to do say is yes.
And you asked, and I was like, sure, let's do it.
And I was like, oh
Mhm.
God, Lord, you
Mhm.
spinning it out. You spinning it out pretty fast, Jesus. It's a good thing I didn't come up with no other plan. That's great.
Yeah.
I didn't have no plan. I had no other plan. I ain't called nobody else. Because that's just the way he operates with me. He knows that I got a gang mentality. I'm just out there. So I think that different personalities, I think that what we're going to show them on that day, another thing that they're going to gain by seeing us operate in our gifts is that you can have like gifts and not step on each other's toes.
Oh, yeah. And that's the pivotal lesson, because where else do we learn that?
Yeah.
We pick up offense, you know.
we get, I like to say we get in offense. Okay. Because we're worried about the wrong things, as I said earlier today on To Be Honest Tuesday, is that we get caught up, right? And we're sizing each other up. But there's not necessary. We feed on one another and we flow. That's your word, Tiffany. Come on.
My word.
That's
my mantra. That's my life mantra. Flow.
It's about the flow. It's about the flow. It's about feeding into each other and picking up on each other's cadence and making sure that we're giving what we have, and everything we give works in perfect harmony to produce a thing. And that's what's going to happen on July 26th.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a flow that leads into an
gonna be.
overflow.
Absolutely. And that's what Revive is, right? To
Yes.
bounce back and to bring back, you know. And there's some people who probably had a business or organization and they took a break, and that's okay.
It's
and
okay.
Sometimes starting again can be intimidating. Like, where do I start? How do I start? What are people going to say? Are they going to buy? Are they going to be? Don't worry about all that.
Yeah. Don't even let yourself get caught up with worrying about those things. I do have a question, because I was gifted. It was unfortunate how I got this gift. One of my girlfriends bought her tickets right off rip. She's like, I'm coming and I'm bringing my sister-in-law. Well, she didn't look at the date, and they're having some kind of family thing. The whole family is gonna be gone. I was like, oh God. Oh God, I wanted you to be there. She's like, and I wanted to be there. That's why I bought the tickets. But we're not going to even be here. She said, gift my tickets. So because she's gifting 2 tickets, I'm going to add a third. I like things in a Trinity. One for the Father, one for the Son, one for the Holy Ghost. I need you ladies to help me to decide how we give away those tickets. What could we ask of those who are logging in that we could give away these tickets? How do we do that?
See, I was going to say a share.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they do the like, the share, comment.
Mm-hmm.
And then take everybody who does it and draw them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I see Takoya too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably our first share, second share. I'm not sure. I can't see the whole screen.
Mm-hmm. I can't. So let's do that. I'm getting my little piece of paper so I can write down.
And what about reposting the flyer?
Oh,
yeah,
they can share that.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure it's on public so we can see it, y'all. That's on
reposting the flyer. Yeah. That's one way that you can win a ticket. And telling us, like, we've been sharing some little nuggets, and if you can repeat one of those nuggets in the chat,
that would be nice
to show that you've been participating and paying attention. That could get you a ticket. I got 3. I got 3.
I like that.
I got 3. Like they say, I got 5 on.
Bone.
I don't have 5 on it. I got 3 on it. I got 3 on it. So posting the flyer on your Facebook and sending us some proof of that. Putting something in the chat that you have heard of the nuggets that we've dropped.
Mm-hmm.
What else could be something that they could do that could
Coach
get them?
Beck, do you have an email list? Maybe you can gift a ticket to one of your newest email subscribers.
Oh, I do.
That's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
like
I
that.
think that might be pretty cool. So maybe she can pull from the first 10 people to subscribe within the next 20
You know
hours,
what?
24 hours,
You know
or something
what?
like that.
It's about to come full circle because the last, this new, because I'm not ashamed to say that I'm not the worst at technology, but I'm a strong second. Right. Right. It's rough for me out here in these streets. Okay.
You do very well. You do
I
good.
try
You do
so
good.
hard. God knows
I
I
know.
try hard. The only thing I can do consistently is show up on Tuesdays, boo.
Or
I'm gonna get
to
on
be
the
honest,
Facebook.
Tuesday.
Oh man. Oh ma'am.
Early too, okay?
Early. Fully made up with jewelry and everything. You're gonna get it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk to the people like I can see their faces. I got that.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about that. Now, the other part I don't have is my sisters helped me. Kia said, look, you don't have to be doing the business cards, put this popple on your phone. You can just do the scan. So I've been using that faithfully because I love that. So when you said when you've added people to your list, the last 2 people I added was from your event.
Oh, yay!
Mhm.
So one, I responded to them right away because I wanted to start my 90-day challenge. Hey, nice to meet you.
Mhm.
Would love for you to come to the event. They both responded. One said, hey, I know I'm available. I would like to come. I'll let you know.
Perfect.
So because she said that, and she kind of suttered was on the premise of committing, I think that I should give her the ticket, and that would be Tess.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Let me see. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to. Let me see if I could send something to Tess because I know. I don't. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Email her. I know she's very responsive. So
Let's see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got her in my phone. I'm gonna say, Tess, look, girl, you don't want. Listen, I got something for you, Tess. I'm gonna text her. Say, join us on Facebook. Come on, and join us on Facebook.
I've been sharing the YouTube link too.
Okay, good.
Yes, I just sent that out as well. I have my peeps on standby. Like, can you see it?
Yes, that's why I just shared the.
We thank God for support. Okay.
Yes. I'm like, we can work this out. Let's see. We got to get this out to the people. It's gonna be so good. This is probably gonna be my 4th event this year. And I have to say, everyone I went in thinking I knew what to expect and left pleasantly pleased that I learned and gained so much from every event.
Wow.
And Access Granted is going to be no different. We're going to go in there and maybe you might think you know. But
but do you know?
Bring your tissues, bring your notepad.
I usually
bring your open mind and be ready.
Yeah. Have an open mind. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like having open mind because if you're closed off thinking it's one thing, you might miss the one thing you need.
Yes. Yes.
I posted a photo of Coach Beck from last year's conference. I wasn't there, but it was one where she was like, I guess you were coming in, but it just gave energy.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
I don't know what was going on.
I was dancing down the aisle because
it was giving. It was giving.
I don't know. You know how nobody probably on this call goes to more events than Kia. Kia's every training she be doing a whole month. Okay. I went to one. This was my leap, one of my first leaps of faith. I saw this woman who was a coach. She actually coaches people to write books and things like that. And she was out of Atlanta. She's out of Atlanta. She's still in Atlanta. And there was something about her energy that I said, you know what, I'm going to go. And I went by myself. This was the first time. Kia does it all the time, but you probably, Tiffany, travel because of your business, go different places. This was my first leap of faith. And I said, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm getting a hotel. I'm going to go and I don't even know nobody, but I'm going. And I was the best thing I could have ever done because of the exposure to see how it's done. It helped me as I began to do my events to know what that looks like. And one of the things I loved is she danced coming in. I said, oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm coming in hot.
Yes.
And so for the 3 years that we done it, well, the 2 years previous, boo, I was dancing in.
Yeah, that was my favorite photo. And
Yeah.
I posted it and I said, caption this photo. And Jeanette said, unbothered. And I was like, you know what?
Okay.
Okay. Being revived.
Mhm.
You just have to go. You have to get it. You can't be bothered.
You
Right?
can't be bothered.
And at this time in life and everything that's going on, you can't bother me.
You can't. You cannot.
I'm God's girl.
We're God's girls. We're God's
Yeah.
girls. And here we are in this unique opportunity. I think it's just a unique opportunity in the culture of our world right now with all that's going on. What a wonderful opportunity we have to come in a safe space where we can enjoy each other and laugh and cry and learn and grow and pour and be poured into and shop. We will have vendors.
Yes.
And we have somebody who is starting in business who's a cook, and she's going to have her first debut at a larger event. So we're going to get some good food because I've had her food. And so she gets to showcase herself. So that's another thing, is that when you in these environments, we get to not only do what it is that we do, but we get to allow other women to share and shine.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And showing, and I keep emphasizing showing up, because it's not all about and just who you know. He says, oh, you become successful in life and business, when more people, but it's also about who knows you.
Ooh.
When I'm in rooms and I can refer Coach Beck, or I can talk about Kia, the connections that you make in person, and hello to my introverts, I am the introvert, okay? But you still have to muster up and get out off of the screens. And I always tell people, and I am a marketing specialist, but I will tell you, digital marketing specialist, Kia is an expert in branding. And we both will tell you that social media, digital is great, but you have to bring that bad boy offline. You have to connect offline.
Yes,
there's something about that in person.
So important.
Absolutely.
It definitely hits different. I love that on Saturday that it's as I'm learning Tiffany, is that she sets these kind of atmospheres, right? She knows what feels comfortable for her, and she makes sure she creates that space, right? And it's intimate and it's connected. I love the fact that you did do that you pull your people in, you call them by name, and you make them feel connected. Like when I go into spaces like that, I'm already, you don't have to even prep me. I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded. I'm typing here. I'm taking notes here. I'm locked and loaded. I didn't come there to play no games. I need to know what I'm lacking so I can get it together, right? But that's how I absorb. But I am also being uber aware of my surroundings. And I love what I saw. And I love the consistency of how you present and how you protect your space, and how you, even if you are introverted, you make that extra effort to make sure you connect with your people. That's
it's all about delivery. And I like I said on Saturday, that was my, my workshops are small, but this here has a more spiritual and prophetic shift.
Wait a minute.
And I'm just, and it's
set up.
I don't know, y'all. Some of them bubbling inside, and just things have been going on in the background. I said, okay, God, you really getting us revved up.
I feel it too. My stomach is hurting. My stomach is hurting.
So I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't, that's how Holy Spirit works.
Yes,
but the way that He's gonna move and manifest things, I can't take it lightly. Just even how I feel now.
I feel it.
It's like, it's just invest and get yourself there. If you can't get yourself there, give somebody else. Can I talk about gifting a ticket? Can I just real quick?
Yeah, talk about it.
I wanted to go to this workshop last weekend in Atlanta. Long story short, I gifted my ticket. It was over $500.
Oh, you big gifted.
Okay.
Come
And
on,
I
Tiffany.
posted in the group, I said, somebody is scrolling and watching, and you need to be there. You can have my ticket.
Mm.
And my inbox lit up, but I gave it to the first person that inboxed me, and just her testimony behind that. And then the next week, I closed probably one of the largest contracts I had this year. I didn't give to receive anything back, but it's just the spiritual thing that happens when you release and give. It will come back to you. We don't know in what measure.
But we know it's going to be pressed down and shaken together and running over because that's what the Lord said.
That's Bible.
Ooh, that's the word.
And he can't lie. He can't
flipped
the
that.
word doesn't lie. So I just want to say, if you can't get there, you know somebody who probably should be there.
Yeah.
And gift your way there.
Gift your way there and gift your way up. Because what you just said is that when you give it away, God's going to restore it. He's going to restore it.
You don't miss it.
Listen, and you don't give to get something.
Not at all.
You give because it's a principle that God has put in place. And when you give, it gives you so much more, right?
Absolutely.
But when you start following his principles and he shows you what he's working with, it's in the little things and the magnificent things that he shows up. And so I love the fact that you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're saying, look, this is it.
Because I could have easily went there. I had my hotel booked since December.
Oh, you meant it. You meant it.
Oh, you was ready. You were ready to go.
I was ready. And it's, it's one that, it's an annual conference. But something just said, you got what you needed from that conference. Eat on what you learned last time because you still executed from the last time. And give somebody else access.
Access granted.
Access has been granted.
Access granted. Yeah. There's so many levels to that access.
We could have had a jingle.
I know, right? We need a song to go with it. There's so many levels to access granted. And that's why I wanted us to come on tonight, because I need for these ladies to know, yes, for sure, we're talking about business, because you need to get your business in order. And if you don't have one, you need to start putting that idea, write the vision and make it plain. And maybe we get you started with that thing that you've been talking about. You know, when most people have businesses, they just been doing it for free. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. You've been decorating the church hall and doing all the events. They always call on you. Sister so-and-so know how to do them tables. She set them up so nice. You've been doing it for free. You've been in business working for thefree.com.
Right. Yes. And we have so many skills that we haven't monetized.
Yes.
And this is gonna be my last thing. I'm closing like we say in church.
I'm getting ready to close.
My last point, because I get excited and I don't know. Okay. So you mentioned one. And sometimes just one tweak, one tip, one tool unleashes so much.
Oh my goodness.
Whole trajectory. Yep.
Oh,
you don't need a whole, just one.
Just one. Just one. Just one.
Even the testimony I shared with you on Saturday, we changed one thing with that client.
Yes.
And she uncovered how many thousands of dollars.
Thousands
of dollars. 3 numbers in front of the comma.
The floodgates opened up.
And she did the math and told me, she gave me that write up. She showed me her bookkeeping.
Yes.
For you, when I show you my bookkeeping, it's going to be the lack thereof.
So I'm just like,
but oh baby, when you know better, what do you have to do?
You
gotta do better. You gotta do better.
Knowledge is the new currency. Who said that Saturday?
Somebody, I think it was Tess. Did she say that?
Something like that.
Somebody did say something like that. It is the new currency. When you know better, you got to do better. And here it is. You're going to get all these nuggets of knowledge on things that you know that you've heard, and maybe you haven't applied, or some things you've never even heard before. Because I honestly believe that we have a blueprint. It's God's girl sharing the blueprint. We're going to be prepared. We're not coming to this conference unprepared. I just feel in my whole being that God's going to flip it on its head. There are going to be things that we share that we had every intention to share. There's going to be some things that God's going to flip it and he's going to turn it to be something totally different than what we planned on, because that's how he's operating in this season. And so I'm just trying to get myself mentally prepared for whatever that is. From the very first time when I did my rebranding, thank God for Lucrease. We give Lucrease a shout out. That's a bad chick. That's a bad chick. I'm forever grateful for the connection to her. Tiffany has already worked with her. I'm praying. I said, I'm putting up my prayers to heaven because I want her there at this event. I said, you ain't got to pay nothing. You just need to get there. Do you need a ride? What are we talking about? Because I want to see, I've never seen her in person. And I want to honor her.
Yes.
I just want to honor her, because without her, there is no rebranding, and we're not on this line tonight.
That's how I noticed you the first time I saw you. Remember? I was like, I seen your picture. I mean,
yes, you did.
I was like, I know the pink. Like I was able.
Yeah.
I was calling her brand because I had visually seen it.
Okay.
And I was like, Lucrease, like, you know, and I know Lucrease's work because we just been tag teaming for so long. She's done my websites. You know? And so just imagine, I didn't know that you lived in Boynton. I didn't know.
It's the connects.
It's the connection, you know?
Yeah.
It's the connect. So y'all pray for Lucrease as I pray for Lucrease to be in the house. That will be all things. If we get her in the building, all bets are off.
Yeah.
And
she's a powerhouse. She's a powerhouse.
She's a silent assassin is what she is. Yeah.
She can pray.
Listen, I need all of that.
And it just
I need to know all of those things. You know what I mean? I need all of that. And so without her, remember we talked about the one, right? The one is not a single component. The one can be a repetitive theme with different ones. Yeah. She was my one to get me out of just being at the early start of a business to actually rebranding it, putting it out there and jumping off the porch and not ever returning to the porch. I haven't seen the porch in a very long time. I'm so far away from the porch right now, I don't know what to do. But it was because she created this beautiful platform. And she said, you got to do this. You know, you need to do some type of event. You got to have a rebranding. I am so far out there. I'm like, I don't even know how to to that. She's like, but you can do it.
And she's so gentle with it.
She's very, very.
How do you tell her no?
Yeah. She's not loud and, abrupt like me. She's very, very calm and very, she's like, oh, you definitely. And so when she couldn't come, I was like, no, it is because of her we're even here. But it's because you have that one person who believes in the vision, that partners in the vision. And that's what we're going to provide in the room is partnership.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody to see something in you that maybe you don't see in yourself.
And most times it's that way, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's usually that way. It's usually that way. So as we're coming in a summary, because, we have to be respectful of people's time. I'm telling you, Tiffany's teaching me how to be time management.
Yes.
She don't play about it. Yes. She don't play about it, honey. She listen. She teaching me a whole more excellent way.
No, buddy.
That when I have my coaching sessions and I let my husband be like, I thought the coaching was an hour. You get an hour and a half. You need to get it. I said, but we have to talk about the things first. Then we do business.
Because that's cutting time with your husband, and we're not going.
He's ready. An hour should be an hour.
We like to, like I befriend my clients, and we got to talk about how's your week, what's been going on, really, what are the children doing before we even get down to business. So I have to figure out a way to do better in that area. I know that's an area of improvement for me. I need to get that all the way together. Also, guarding my time and not picking up the phone all the time when people are randomizing, and also being respectful and not randomizing others. So it goes both ways. Like, access granted may not be as much as you calling people when you want to.
Yes.
I'll get better. I'm working on it. So if we had to leave one final thought with the viewers about anything that we want them to know? I think that we've covered a lot of ground tonight. What would be the closing thing or thought that we want to leave with them about why they need to go ahead and get their tickets today? They need to stop playing. You know you got the money. Stop playing.
Get the tickets.
Go ahead and get the tickets.
Let me tell you, every event I've been to, the amount I paid for those events, I could buy probably 20 tickets to this event.
Ooh, talk about it.
The amount of knowledge and connection you're about to get for this event is worth every cent. And don't be the person, when I come back from things, everybody want to ask me how to go. Well, what did they talk about? And I really don't have much for them because I'm like, because a lot of times it's somebody who was supposed to go with me.
Oh.
So it's like, you didn't go with me, but now you want to drill me about what happened while I was there. Don't be that person.
Don't be that girl.
Be the person who gets there and gets fed and you come back full.
Because we don't mind sharing, notes. Like if you have your notes and I missed something in my notes, and elaborate on the notes. Absolutely. But I'm not going to give you all my notes when I've been writing and taking all these things.
I give you the whole conference and you could have went with me.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's fair. So get it on your own.
Be in the room. Be in the room.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany, you have any final thoughts about?
This is a sign you were looking for, and the push you need is in the room.
Ooh, I like this is a sign that you were looking for. Oh God, I felt that one in my spirit.
Yeah.
This is a sign that you were looking for. And we're welcoming you into the room. You don't have to go through no induction or ordination.
No.
We're just we're gonna freely open the door and let you on in.
Yeah.
We're letting you in. Come on in. As I say on Tuesdays, come on in, come on in, come on in.
Mm-hmm. And can I give everybody a homework assignment?
Yes, I will write it down.
Let me tell you about Tiffany and homework.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
a teacher, always a teacher, y'all.
You gonna get an assignment.
How we get an assignment?
I think I don't want anybody to downplay this.
Right.
This whole moment, this movement.
Mm-hmm.
But I want everybody, live and replay viewers, to look up the definition of the word dominion.
Ooh.
Because we hear it, we read it, but I want you to look up the definition, look at the synonyms. If you want to go deep, look at the root.
The root word. The root that it comes from. Okay.
I used to teach my students roots. I need you to understand the root of the word. My grandma would say root.
The root.
And understand that because God left us with dominion of the land, we have access.
Mm-hmm. Dominion grants access.
The power of having dominion, you won't second guess coming to access granted.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, whew,
and I'm
whew.
done.
Well, I mean, what else is there to say after that?
Yeah.
There is nothing left to
say. Dropped the mic. She dropped the mic. She's done.
She did. Who does that like that? So I know that I have to give out. I already reached out to Tess. I sent her a text. Tess is going to be one of our recipients of one of the tickets. I am looking, y'all help me out. I'm looking for one person who was paying attention and dropped in the chat something that they learned from the nuggets we dropped. And then the other person is going to share with us where you posted on your social media, the flyer. I'll be looking for that after we log out tonight. And I will get your information so that I can put it into the system. So your access has been granted. We look forward to seeing you there. I hope that this time that we've shared tonight has helped you, that you have been encouraged and motivated to know that this is the place that you need to be. I know that there's several different events that happen all year. Do I know it? Because I've been at them. But this is different. I'm not saying it's different because it's something that I do. I'm saying it's different because God makes it different.
Yeah.
And so we're on assignment. This is very different because each one of the ladies that is going to be speaking is on assignment, and we understand the assignment. And now we got homework, and we got to look up dominion, which gives access granted. So since we got to do our homework, do your homework and go ahead and get your ticket and meet us in the building on July 26th. We look forward to seeing you there. And we're so grateful that we got to spend this time with you tonight. So access has been granted.
Access has been granted.
We'll see you guys real soon. God bless.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.